that you had some previous lived experience because of your grandfather back in the 70s. What does that entail?
So my grandfather Vern, you know, some of my earliest memories of him are that he didn't drink. And he told us he had been through AA. And I remember my mom going to Family Week at an organization called Heartview. This is in Bismarck, North Dakota. And really how our family, when you think about stigma in today's world, the stigma many, many years ago, I think was compounded, by a significant amount. But really to see how my grandfather recovered from that and how he gave back to the community in a different way is really encouraging. But I also recognize that the silence around it, right? It was something we didn't talk about, and so it wasn't until years later that we even had the conversation. So now to hear people actually talking about being free and open to support one another is really so wonderful and just speaks to me of how much of an impact ARCHway can have by opening up those avenues, not just for those in recovery, but for their families, for caregivers, and supporting all of the groups that are associated with that. So I believe in that piece of addiction. From a mental health standpoint, I worked in human resources for more than 30 years. And so thinking about really holistic mental well-being, and really believing that tending to our individual well-being and mental health, and how if we don't do that, some of the impacts include addiction. But on the positive side of that, how we can build better families, better workforces, and just better communities. So the mental health piece of ARCHway, which we don't talk about as often, is such an underlying component of total holistic healthcare that's a piece that I also have a lot of passion around.
Yeah.